Well, with that, looks like we're ready to move on to our next game. We're going to be seeing Tabawt versus John Revolta. And here we have the venue preferences. Both of them do not like Taean. Neither of them like Aquarium very much, but they both love Library.
Interesting. I mean, most people like Library, right? Library is a pretty popular map.
Yep, looks like we're also probably going to be seeing Gallery. They both like that. Looks like one of them likes Ballroom, the other is fine with it, so I would expect to see Ballroom. And most notably, we have a 1 and a 2 on Redwoods, so we're definitely going to be seeing that, maybe for the first time in the Hidden Cup. I don't remember a lot of Redwoods so far.
That's interesting. Just for record, by the way, Flauntabout is like light blue, like powder blue. They actually have the same build, but like Flauntabout's the one with the red hair and the blue suit from
I
old art.
see.
John Revolta. John Revolta is much more well known because I think people actually called him Revolta. He wears the nice like white and black, like reverse color tux.
All right, well, I'm going to call it then. We're going to see Redwoods, Library, Gallery, Ballroom, and one more. I think that's what the Gabriotron is going to give us.
Yeah,
And
I'm just
let's...
looking at the rest of this. Not liking Redwoods, not liking Balcony, like sure. I think Flauntabout's dislike of Modern is a bit interesting. I'm not sure who.
What are you looking at? Who doesn't like Redwoods?
Oh, is that Taean? Sorry, that's Taean. Who likes Redwoods but doesn't like Taean? What?
Yeah, very
Weird.
interesting. There we go. We
Weird.
have Highrise, Redwoods, Gallery, Library, and Ballroom. The Library game should be interesting since it was both of their favorite venues. But two people who like Redwoods getting to show off their skills on it, also pretty exciting. Let's get into our first game here on Highrise. We're going to be seeing Flauntabout playing as Ponytail with the hardtails off once again, starting in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
And they take immediate control. We change of pace from the last set where both players were letting themselves get into their first pad.
Yeah, there's not much on this pad, though. We have an SDA, which means the double agent has no chance of joining us. We probably want to get started with our flirt, but General is just going from pad to pad. Doing the briefcase now as well. Very interesting briefcase. The ambo wasn't super far away. And prints are on, so there's a chance that John is already maybe going to be disliking General there.
Yeah, I've just realized, because I always do all my casting from the spy side, I haven't been watching any of the sniper side. I think the sniper side, in a general rule, is actually more telling than the spy side for trying to make decisions about what you're looking at on a hidden cup. I don't think people realize that when they've been making their predictions, because they've been making a lot of predictions for things like David W. and the Joker and stuff, where they're just looking at a slow spy and not really looking at the sniper. Because someone like David W., his sniper is going to really stand out because it's going to be things like flirt pairing. You're going to see that in the highlights and the lowlights.
Well, we got our first 51% flirt. We tried to go for a second one here, but General's not at this painting pad. He's picking up the briefcase. Can't flirt with him for it, but John definitely notices that briefcase. That's twice now that General has done it, and then he lands on the pad with us. We get the flirt, but that path, the short path from General, from the briefcase to the pad, makes it look like he wanted a flirt with us. So I would have to say he's a top suspect. General joins us at the window again, picks up the highlight for sure now, and just gets immediately shot for it.
Good stuff, General. Good
The
stuff.
flirt timer, the countdown wouldn't have even been done at that point between the painting pad and the window because he followed us so closely. But John isn't thinking of that. John just thinks, what are the chances? It has to be a flirt. He already has 2 prints.
Yeah, I think the logic here, it's not that they were flirting at both places. It's that, oh no, I just missed the flirt at the painting. I'm going to go just chase it down. Has to be the
Oh,
sniper's
you're
logic.
right. You're right. You're completely right.
I mean, you have to take the shot once in a while. The AI will not learn if you don't shoot them for their misdeeds. That being said, it does put you down 0-1.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. And I'm sure John was in shock seeing the results screen there. not
Oh, the
only
laser was
seeing
right
that,
next to him too. It's scary.
yeah, not
As
only
a spy.
well, I'm talking about John, the sniper. I mean,
Yeah.
Flaunt about could have been scared there for sure, but John, to see that not only was General not the spy, but that General was the ST, but also that the flirt was already done by the time he was at Windows, just very crazy circumstances. The good news for John, though, is it does show us that John is pretty on top of things. If John is able to catch something like that, that's going to be a very useful tool for them in the rest of their sniper games. So hopefully they don't fall too far behind here. John gonna be spying now, playing as Kane in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Reminder: both these players said that they liked Highrise. I'm not sure that's going to be the true for John in the future because that's silly. But ooh, green time at the beginning of the game, my man.
Who is this person
I mean, it
who
looks like me
shoots
so
your
far.
flirt
So
chases and then does green time ads? It certainly does look like you. Here's John. Wasn't sure if they wanted to fit into that conversation, even though it has the the ST and the double agent. So we just went to this conversation, which doesn't have much in it. Take an innocent drink now as well. I wonder if John's going to try to get low lit for inactivity with the extra time they have from that time ad.
yeah, there's a shout out in chat, and I already like it. Legorv saying turnout, and turnout's willingness to shoot misbehaving
Give me the
AI
red.
and his willingness to do early time ads are both something that I have turnout pinned for. This might just be turnout, and it might be very quick on a decision on that.
But does Turnout really do time ads at the start of Highrise of all
Yeah,
venues?
turnout
Yes.
does start. Turnout does time ads at the beginning of games probably more than half the time. I think he might have calmed down more recently because I keep on saying that sentence on cast, kind of outing him for it. He loves his chaos time ads, and then he kind of just devolves back down to really slow play, which we're seeing again here actually.
Yeah, it's just a question of if this is deliberate or not. I mean, we have so much extra time here that we can really get a civilian shot if we just let them rack up mission progress. Here's the double agent in with us. We are going to be taking it. Wheels,
Give
already
me
a
the
low
red.
light, so we're not losing anyone there. And the only other person out is the ambassador. I think Rocker might have started. No, sorry. Salmon might have started moving before the contact came off. I'm not sure though, but Salmon's kept his highlight, luckily for John.
Can chat shut up and just say that it's Ponoob or sorry, that's turnout and get off my behind because it's definitely turnout. It's definitely not me. Good bug.
Oh,
Oof. Yeah,
that
okay, it's
was
actually me.
solid.
I'm gonna take credit for that bug. If you guys want to just say it's Ponoob, I'm down because that was a
It's
really
not
good bug.
Ponoob anymore, guys. It's not Ponoob.
Well, it's a good bug. The only worry now is if we wouldn't be able to finish our flirt, but with a minute 40 left, it should be okay. We enter the conversation next to our ST. We only get a white test, 34%. We do pick up the highlight, though. So we didn't get one
Interesting.
for the bug, but we get it upon entering conversation and talking. Brought back down to neutral, though. Doesn't matter. A purloin is happening instead while that light change was happening. And because of that, it doesn't look like we were looking at the purloin. Instead, shot comes off on Teal here. I'm assuming we think that Teal did a green purloin, but is she anywhere near the guest list? Did she even reject?
You know what? Doesn't matter. If you just team do stuff, you win games. And John Revolta is clearly on team do stuff. We got 2 hard tells, not bothering to finish flirt. 10 out of 10 gameplay. This is how you play Highrise, right, Lazy Bear?
Yeah, this is the perfect way.
Yeah, but Teal, I mean, she already had a drink from earlier, so you would have had to be like really not sure about when she took that drink. I'm also not even sure. I'm not even sure if the list is seen. It looks like the fade is seen because John Revolta goes back up to a highlight the moment it gets taken, but there doesn't seem to be any consideration on shooting him. The shot just goes on Teal. We don't even know where she is. We shoot her through the divider. It's such a strange shot, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's a really strange shot because there's really no moment before where I could see Teal being offered. And Cowboy took before that. Even if we missed Cowboy taking, I just don't see, the reject.
Yeah, and I think part of it is
treat.
just whatever the sniper was doing with John Revolta, watching for his flirt, bringing him to a highlight, then back to a neutral. That seemed to be distracting them from actually watching for the mission. So I don't know. There's just a lot going on there. I wish we could ask the players.
I mean, no comment. So we got wheels here on Redwoods, and let's get on with it before we give away too much. In 3, 2, 1, play it.
Yeah, and so far that's 2 shots from the snipers, both of them completely wrong, and yet in both cases it makes the sniper look like they know what they're doing. Oh, very nice bug there, yes.
Yeah. Oh, Flawn giving us the nice little nod there after the bug. Always appreciated that you appreciate your bug.
Yeah, I mean, just when you think about, the shot that John took for the flirt, it was a really good shot. And then the shot that Tabawt took, it was a very confusing shot, but it makes it look like the sniper had a lot of very complex thought processes going on. It didn't read to me like they were like a newbie or confused or just didn't know how to snipe. It looked like they had so much going on that they overthought things, and that caused them to lose. So it's going to be a very interesting dynamic to see play out. We look like we're trying to do a bug, though, as we fail to enter this conversation. The ambassador passed by us again. That's more possibility to be credited for a bug we already have.
Yeah, I think we're being punished by wheels. Just the existence of being wheels. We didn't land on the bar. We didn't get in that conversation. I think we are just having a bit of trouble with the hitbox, and that's kind of the problem with playing wheels. Wheels, kind of a discount smallman on Redwoods. Like, there's reason to be picking him. He's also got a good microfilm, and you end up doing a fair amount of microfilms on Redwoods. We should banana bread here, 1000%.
Banana bread.
Good stuff. And we're doing the banana split. More aggressive play from our players.
I mean, I like the banana split because it ensures that you don't get credited for a bug in the aftermath of the banana bread. You might get credited with a split, but a split isn't a mission. And if the sniper doesn't think you've bugged, it at least throws off their mission count. Meanwhile, John took lowlights on this conversation that we're in here for not having a real BB.
Yeah, aggressive play on the sniper side, which matches John's aggressive play from the spy side in the last match. 61%. Dells, what do you think our 4th mission should be? And based on the 1.5 games that we've seen of Flawn Spy, what do you think it will be?
Looks like we might be going for a swap, which is what I was going to suggest anyway. The slow tells could just put you on the radar versus if you are swapping when you're not a suspect at all, you can totally get away with it for 10 seconds. But it looks like we just went to that statue for inspect, so I'm thinking we're going to try to finish our flirt, hopefully with one more, and then just go to a bookshelf for the inspects. But that's dangerous. If we go to that bookshelf and finish the inspects with, less than 30 seconds left, we could get shot for it. So I like the play of going for it now, get them done before 40 seconds. But even then, we're in a really dangerous position where we are going to have to green the flirt.
Yeah, interestingly enough, we didn't get highlight at the statue. It's something that the spy can sometimes acknowledge, and means that this second inspect visit, the one at the bookcase there, might just not get us credit. We're not even highlight for that. Ooh, we gotta roll away. Go, go, go. We got nowhere to be. 95%
We
is
need
not
to
good
get
enough.
out of here. Look at this. You were not shot for the inspect. You weren't shot for the bug. You're not a suspect. They are not watching you, so you should just leave and come back and get the flirt again. Instead, it's going to have to be a swap right on screen. We try to put it down and dash away, and we get shot. Oh, my God. That's tragic because we could have finished if we just got that flirt.
Yeah, and good heads-up play there from Flawn to realize that they weren't going to be able to do the flirt without leaving. I think if they left and then came back to the twin, if the twin was still in that conversation, they could have done it, but it would have been very tight. The swap here makes sense, and good on the sniper to take the shot. Both players here on the ball, though obviously a green flirt there would have won the game.
Yeah, I feel bad for Flawn that they weren't able to get the win there. That bug was really, really clean. And then if they had just hit one green flirt at any point, it would have been a win, but just wasn't meant to be. And so John now going to be spying here, playing as Queen, Let's get started in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Here we go. We got Mom as ambassador, which is unusual, to say the least. Our typical ambassadors would be like Taft, because he's big, Carlos, because he's big and also slow, and then maybe you'll see like a Pearls, or we've seen Orange Dress recently. Mom's not really an ambassador and punches us there. I think if we'd had like a Pearls ambassador, we might have gotten that bug away.
Yeah, I think the issue wasn't the speed. I think it's that Teal didn't get close enough to the conversation. But it was a really good job from John setting up for that bug. They knew the ambassador might take that path, and they got to that exact spot in conversation. So even though the bug didn't take, John is the one who got that really good bug as Kane on Highrise, right?
Yeah, John had a really nasty bug. They've generally looked pretty veteran, just a few games in, and I'm interested to see what their next move's going to be here. They could do a bug going towards bar, but it's kind of straightforward. It's not Route One, or it is Route One. And I think John wants something maybe a bit more clever, like another time ad potentially.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
think John made the right call there. We just didn't have a lot of progress at this point, and it was a good opportunity to go for a time ad because there was really nothing else happening inside right now, so not going to be being watched by the sniper. We're going to be able to get another flirt here. It's not going to be very close, but with a green, it's up to 70%. That puts us in a position to finish with just one more white flirt. The ambassador is just making themselves very safe right now, though. I think John is just trying to line up another bug. But if it's not happening, they're going to have to go for something else soon. We have the double agent with us. We have the SDA in conversation as well. It's a good time for a contact. John is going to take it.
Yeah, no back conversation's a bit scary from the spy side, but because the SDA is in the conversation, we're not punished for it. John's clearly trying to see if another behind the back would make sense there with just the laser adjustment there as the ambassador comes by, but it does not. Ambassador walks by, not coming into our space, and it looks like we're going to just finish off flirt if the seduction target obliges, which they do not.
No, but again, we are in a position where we could set up for a bug. The ambassador is here. I think if you leave the conversation and walk behind, it's just going to be too obvious. And I think if the Amba walks by here, there we go. That's where we have the opportunity for the reverse drive-by. We were perfectly positioned for it, and we hit it right in time.
Yeah, I was interested to see, and I was kind of hoping it would happen there just to get a better read on who John could be. If they would go for the double walking bug if the ambassador hadn't come that direction, they've clearly shown a propensity for standing bugs, now 2 for 2, and attempting 3.
Yeah, and you say that this looks like a veteran player, and I think the focus on Bug really just agrees with you. Bug is just the best mission in the game, and I think one of the most important things for getting better as a spy is just always being able to set yourself up for the best bug opportunities. John, gave Redwoods a high score. Clearly, they're used to this venue. They know where all the best bug spots are, and they've been taking them. We do pick up a highlight here, though, but there shouldn't be any suspicion for the bug or anything else we've done. We're sending a Purloin off to Mrs. B Boots. She is a low light, though. If this was just a highlight for Bar, maybe we can win. But, this Purloin is definitely going to be watched for. You can see the sniper zooming in on the Bar, keeping a clear view of it. If they know that this is a Purloin going off, they could shoot Queen instantly. Queen looks like she's dancing a little bit behind the conversation, trying to make it hard to take the shot, but no shot comes off from Tabawt. After all, John gets away with the missions.
The laser did come over John there in those last 7 seconds. John probably needs to go to the bathroom after this game. We'll never know, because that one was a nail biter, and I think the sniper was not far off from taking that shot. I think the bug is the mission that, if they're trying to count missions, they probably didn't get. It's Redwoods. You probably could assume bugs once in a while, just because everybody bugs all the time.
At this point, I don't know if it was mission counting. I mean, it looks to me like they were definitely watching for the list to disappear. There were only a couple people who had been there. It was just Red Dress and us. So I don't know. It looks to me like maybe Tabawt just was unsure about who could have sent the Purloin and just couldn't take a shot.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Flawn is almost inside the wall. which I know in Old Art Gallery was a tell. And we're gonna play some Gallery, which is another map that I like. Good job, John. And Flawn. But let's. No, they rhyme. Do they rhyme? Yeah, they rhyme. Let's do it in 3, 2, 1. Playing it. Just because they are spelled completely differently doesn't mean they can rhyme, right? Like John is OHN and Flawn is AWN, but they rhyme, right?
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
Uh,
English is
ooh,
weird.
nice flirt here, 34%. It's always
3 at
good to get
books.
that
Wheel.
started early. Okay. 3 at books, yeah. Red Dress, Queen, and the Ambassador.
Yeah, the
And they're
ambassador is
getting
notably
highlight
not
for it.
5, but the other ones definitely are.
Well, Queen got highlight for it. Red Dress didn't, but now Red Dress follows Queen into conversation. So if John is looking for flirt pairs, which I believe they are, as we saw in Highrise, they could notice that.
Highrise is a bit of a different beast from Gallery.
Banana bread.
Banana bread comes off green test fake. But we are framing ourselves. The SDA is in this conversation barely. Wheels has just got his toes inside of red dress.
There were a lot of people in conversation, though, so the sniper didn't get a lot of lowlights from it. It looks like they only got 4 lowlights. So I think that's a good banana bread to take, because now there's just a lot of pressure on the sniper.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing with an early banana bread is it gives off lowlights and it makes the party simpler for the sniper, but it does raise the pressure, and it's the sort of thing that against certain players you very much want to do early banana breads because it just makes them panic shoot more, and against some you're just solving the game for them more. You're giving them more information, and you're putting yourself in a hole. And in a hidden cup where you don't know who your opponent is, it's going to be hard to make that judgment, and you should probably just go off your instinct of if it's a good decision, take it.
Yep, and I like the decision to go for the inspects as well. It lines up with what we were doing with the banana bread. There's still so many suspects in this party, and there were also a lot of people at statues. So I think in this case, you just blend in with them. You make yourself one of, 7 highlights now, mostly for inspects. And you just make it very hard for the sniper to be confident that General is the spy, as opposed to any of these other people who also have VB, who also have inspects.
Yeah, looking at the sniper side, we do have a bit of highlight inflation now with 7 highlights. I think they're all known. It's just they're all known to be statue lights, but we're getting watched. Double zoom in at the book there, and we immediately took it out. I think we might be dead. Just
We immediately took it out and then we immediately put it back in. We cheesed it.
yeah. I mean, you can tell it's not me, right? Because I would take that shot immediately. But uh, it looks like we are dead as soon as we pick up the statue. Yep. Good
Oh,
mission
that's
counting there from the
unfortunate.
sniper.
I like the choice from Flawn. You usually see the bookcase cheese at the start of a game. It's very rare to see it in the middle. I think, like I said, Flawn was just trying to blend in with all of the highlights and knowing that, the sniper was under pressure from knowing the BB was done and had lots of suspects. And was just hoping that we wouldn't be seen doing this. But to do it when the ambassador is right there and when Toby is right there, I don't know. I think it's a better choice if you wait until the ambassador is outside, because then the sniper has their attention split.
Yeah, I am interested why they didn't shoot immediately. They must have had such a good count or some lack of confidence, but it looked like they were very confident about it. I'm not sure what made them at this like 98, 99% certainty
It
compared to
could be
100%.
like maybe he's red flirted. Is that a green book or blue?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that was I came to mind, and I just don't buy the narrative of that. I'm interested. We're gonna have a lot of debriefing after Hidden Cup's over, and this is one of those ones where I'm just like, why didn't this spy get shot immediately?
Well, with that, John is now up 4-1. It hasn't felt like it from, the good plays we've been seeing from both of these players. I don't think it's been easy for John to get all of those points. But I think that means the only one John lost was that original shot on Highrise. Certainly hasn't felt like they've been sweeping since then, but they just need 2 more points to get the win here. John going to be playing as Pearls. Let's get started in 3, 2, 1. Playing it.
Only a fool picks pearls on gallery.
Could be random.
Yeah, like you, foolish.
Well, we got the first flirt, 51%, so that's going to make things a lot easier if we're worried about our slow character speed. At least we have the flirt. Little twitch here on the painting pad, very interesting. I think we were just waiting to see where the seduction target would go. We could get a bug on the Amba there, but no, as they were moving past us, it was never going to work. Going for the fingerprint, though, just getting a lot of early progress since we know that we're slow.
Dells, how are you sniping this or playing this game and the last game? That doesn't make any sense. Why do we have
Well,
Wheels as ambassador?
it's random.
Yeah, but
And so
no
here
one
we go,
random.
setting up for another bug spot again. But because of Toby, Wheels isn't able to come close enough to us for the bug.
Wow,
No one
Dells, you
else
should have gotten
randomed
that bug.
except for you, Dells.
I'm pretty sure there have been like a dozen people so far in the Hidden Cup that have randomed, and people just guess me every time.
Yeah, but nobody else randoms, Dells.
Clearly, a lot of people random. There we go, finishing the fingerprint here. This is where the ambassador was right before they took that path behind us in the convo. Oh God, it looked like we want to enter this conversation for the contact, but we had trouble with it. But we managed to slot ourselves in behind Ponytail and Boots here.
Yeah, there's definitely a consideration here when you do the banana bread to go slam the book in, but I appreciate that we didn't do it because the ambassador's there, and we only just pulled out the green book. It would have been a bit hasty potentially.
Well, if we've gotten away with the fingerprints, do you think that we can just hold on to this book for, let's say, another minute, 90 seconds, and then just go put it in green and hope that the sniper's forgotten about us by then?
Or the
Or
ambassador
in
comes here and
blue.
we just take a bug.
That is true. We are still setting up for the bug position. If they pass behind us, we could. Toby, I think, is offering to Boots, not us. Oh, he couldn't offer it us. We have a book in our hand.
We could take this bug, but because of the book in hand, it's always going to be our right hand, and I don't think there's many ways to make it not awkward.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of ways that we can win here. I think John will try to get a bug if possible, but if not, you just go put the book in blue. And what are the chances that the sniper really remembers you a minute from now, you know?
Ambassador being over here and Toby being over here is really not nice. Like, we'd like them to go away before moving towards the blue bookcase, just so the eyes just aren't staring at the bookcase when we do put this book in. Now
Yeah,
is not
there's
a
the
bad
ambassador
time.
going outside. So if the ambassador just enters that conversation, the sniper has to be guarding them for bug, and we can go put the book in. Not quite happening, though. The ambassador is over at Windows, so it's not going to happen just yet. And they come back inside.
John's looking at something as a consideration. I'm not sure precisely what they're looking at. Maybe just the ambassador. Okay, ambassadors return back to the bookcase. So it's gonna be like a good 15 seconds before they roll away. We just want to stand next to him. Let's see if we get shot.
Doesn't look like it's going to
One
happen.
cycle.
I think the reasoning behind this is that the sniper isn't thinking about if you're doing a
Two
microfilm. They're thinking, oh, Pearls can't be going for a fingerprint. The Amba hasn't put the book away yet. And so you distract them by making them think about fingerprint. Meanwhile, you're actually doing the microfilm. We're going to ignore this briefcase and walk towards the win.
And we're inside the wall, which I said is illegal. But it's fine,
You
because the
called
game's
it.
over and we won. Good stuff there. Good Pearls finish. Like, we could have rushed that. We had, say, like 2:30 on the clock, and we could have slammed in the book after the banana bread. Just really putting those big 51 flirts in and getting those fingerprints early really put us in a dominating position. And it always felt like we were going to win this game. It's just how we wanted to win. And trying to avoid the crucial mistake like taking a bad bug or getting shot for slamming the book in, those sort of things.
Yeah. And with that, John is now on match point. The score is 5-1. John just needs one more to get the win. And if they achieve it, they would have won 6 games in a row, only missed shooting on Highrise for that completely unfair flirt. Here we go, playing as Seek on Library in 3, 2, 1, playing it. And may I remind you, this is the venue that both players gave a 1 to. That means both players said that they will always double Library given the opportunity.
Ooh, come on, Flawn. You monster. Laser's on us. Let's see what the decision is. It looks like no decision. We didn't get a highlight or a low light. I do believe John's mainly been using the highlights for statues.
Yeah, and this is just what makes me so surprised that John has run away with this set, because Flawn is clearly not a new player. They've been making some pretty advanced plays. They've had a lot of tricks that would work against a lot of people. Ooh, we started that bug in case the ambassador path behind us. They went the other way, so it didn't take, but that means it's also not going to be seen at all.
Yeah, I think one thing that's going to be telling after the fact is if Flawn thinks that they're like a really good player, like, but not like super
And in
elite,
the red.
and they're getting beat 7-1, they're probably going to choose someone who they consider better. And I don't think that's going to be a huge list.
No, I don't think the list is huge for people who John could be, and I'm really not sure that it's turnout at this point.
Oh, I'm not feeling turnout anymore. We have tried 2 reverse drive-bys, neither caught by the sniper, clearly behavioral. These bugs are actually pretty hard to catch when they don't stick. But briefcase here, obvious play, and Flawn takes it. Good stuff from both sides. Just John's the one with the big lead.
Yep. I think it was a good choice to go for that briefcase. We just haven't gotten a lot of progress without that bug. We have the contact. We have 34% on a flirt. Now we're going for
Yeah.
more of it, and we're getting high lit for it. Brought back down to neutral, but clearly John has taken a mental note of this.
Yeah, is John flirt pairing potentially? Like, is that what these little flickers mean? Is like, I need to remember this for flirt pairing? Because yeah, I think that's what they're doing. I think this is a player who, at least in this set, has decided that highlights are for statues, but I really want to like remember certain things, and they're not using like safety off like we sometimes see. They're just using it as flickering highlights.
Yeah, I do remember at least one player in the past, maybe more, saying that if they do a flicker like that, the physical act of clicking it helps their brain register what they found suspicious about that person.
Yeah, I usually do it with safety off, but obviously safety off is a bit risky in case you just randomly click and then you shoot and you die. I don't think I've seen it or like heard anybody lament that they lost a game because they were safetying off, but there's good reason not to be doing it, especially in a hidden cup where I think you shorten the list of people who do that. Maybe this is a player who usually would safety off, but today has decided not to kind of hide their identity.
I'm pretty sure that was a tiny safety off on us there. We did return to Rocker. We got the flirt up to 99%. We had to leave the conversation by cutting through it, but I think that's okay because there were so many people in the conversation. I don't know if there was room to go behind. It doesn't matter what I think is okay, though. It matters what John thinks is okay. And if we're already a highlight, I'm guessing that John is onto that print and is just going to be watching everything we do. And we still have to finish inspect and do one more mission. Doesn't seem likely.
Yeah, I'm concerned here because the obvious play for Flawn is going to be inspect swap, and I think we might just die in the inspect. Honestly, I feel like we're being watched a bit. There might be other suspects, like Irish might be pulling a bit of attention away, but I think we're definitely like top of the list here, with maybe a few others in company.
Yeah, we do have Toby wandering around here. Ambassador gonna be hopefully putting themselves in danger, but doesn't look like it. I think we're just walking over to statues here and we're gonna do a swap. Maybe we try and do it for general just to increase the chance that the sniper thinks it's a green. But no, we're doing the inspects and we're immediately shot just like you called it. And with that, John has the set 6-1.
Wow. So the problem is we did not get to see much Flawn action, honestly, because the set went short. We will get to see more John, and if John plays like this sort of dominating play against, was it Rose that went through the other side? They're likely to
Yeah.
also give us more games, maybe even a push towards like quarters, semis, finals. Just really dominant stuff over a spy and just player that we considered to be playing good SpyParty.